none of the classes except for philosophy, which I got a B in, worked towards graduation for me. So I basically lost a semester, lost a year of baseball, and I was lucky to get my scholarship back here. I was actually academically ineligible last year. I came in and the advising was absolutely horrible. They told me that the only way I could be eligible to play baseball, I had to be an economics major. And turns out, about halfway through the semester, I got a new advisor, and she told me that that was completely wrong. She has no idea what the other advisor was looking at on the transcript.
Baseball, the American game, is the only field of endeavor where a man can be successful 1 out of 3 times and be considered a good performer. It's not about the flash or the trick plays, but just about the love of the game in its purest form. Travis Parker almost lost this love because of the people around him trying to help.
I got a 1.8 GPA. I didn't fail any classes. I got 2 Ds, a C, and a B. You know, I don't have a lot of money, and they gave me a really big scholarship to come here. And if I'd have lost that, then I don't know if I'd even be playing baseball anymore.
You know, SLU's a tough place to recruit because there's some strings attached to it. There's high tuition, you know, extremely tough academics. But those are also can be positives. Well, not the tuition's never a positive. Not only does the guy have to be able to play, he has to be able to play and also handle the academic workload. But usually the nice thing about that is the types of kids that we're getting, we find are committed and focused because, you know, they're driven people.
And they didn't even find out I had an associate's degree till this following fall, which I don't know how you don't see right there at the top of my transcript, associate's degree achieved, and that cut my requirements in half. I could have graduated this spring if they'd have known that for last fall. The advising was absolutely horrible.
Parker had some luck before as well. His brother, who had helped him become the baseball player he is, almost led to him becoming the baseball player he wasn't.
He'd never let me settle for how good I was. He'd always kept pushing me, and I became 2-time first-team All-State. And then I went to junior college and became first-team All-Region, All-Conference there, and was up for All-American. He just, when I go back home, he's making me work out, making me play catch, making me hit. He just doesn't let me settle for anything. One time in high school, I just pitched a 1-hit shutout against like a top 3 or 4 team in the state, and I was supposed to ride home with my brother that night, and my girlfriend got off work early, and that had never happened before, and she drove 20 minutes out to the field in high school and came and watched me play. So I decided to go home and ride with her, and my brother was hit by a semi that night, and if I would have been in the car with him, the firefighter told my brother we both would have died. He called me and said, "Hey, your brother was just hit by a semi. You need to come to the hospital." And I didn't know what condition he was, and I drove down there and I was just freaking out, because I mean, he's in the hospital. I don't know what's wrong. All I know is that he's alive. And it turned out nothing major happened. Like, his car was destroyed, but I walked him home. Walked him out of the hospital, and he came home. I drove him home that night, and it's just crazy to think, there's so many little things that could have happened.
These incidences could have ruined the likelihood of a 1 in a million actually happening.
The reason he'll get drafted is his fastball is really good. Tough to hit, kind of a different look with his arm slot compared to most pitchers, which makes him a really effective reliever when you only get one look at the guy. One at-bat per game off that guy, he can be really tough.
Pitching in late innings like I do, I throw in the 9th inning, and if I go out there and give up a run and we lose the game, that's all anyone's going to remember about the game, is that I lost. I mean, it's tough. You want to do good every time you go out there, and that's not going to happen. You're going to get hit around, and you just got to shake it off and come back the next time and trust your stuff and keep throwing. I mean, obviously I want to play pro ball, and I'm definitely going to try and play professional baseball. I probably won't be able to hit at the next level. Those guys they're just really good hitters, and I mean, I think I could pitch at the next level, but hitting probably not. And if I can't play, I'm going to get my master's degree and become a coach.
His hard work and relentless dedication to his skill and team are big leaguing intangibles that aren't without notice.
If he does mess up, he always holds himself accountable. He doesn't push the blame off on someone else, and that's the perfect attitude. And he's a great example for our younger players.
I think what really pushes me to keep going, keep playing, keep working out, and try and do well is that I don't ever want to look back at my baseball career and have regrets and say if I would have done this, I could be playing professional ball, or if I would have done that.
And you can tell he's a tough kid. Yes sir, no sir type of guy, just a grinder. And I wish we had all, those are what you want every one of your players to be like. Parker, he's got to be one of our favorite guys to have on the team. He is a tough, hard-nosed kid. And when we took over 4 years ago, the main problem with our team was it was kind of almost like a intramural team. Like, guys enjoyed being on the team. They liked coming out to say they played college baseball. But if they lost, it was okay. Winning was good, but losing wasn't the end of the world. A little country club atmosphere maybe. And we were looking for tougher kids, and Parker fits that mold. One of our best guys on the team, as far as a clubhouse guy, if you will. Everyone on the team likes Travis Parker. Everyone always knows that he's busting his backside for you and going to give you 100%. And the true test for him is if he's sitting out, he's still the best. The best teammate. He doesn't go mope, why am I not playing, or if something goes wrong, if he has a tough outing on the mound or a couple bad at-bats, he doesn't go hang his head. He's still pulling for all the other guys, and even if he's struggling, he's still going to do whatever he can to win the game.